Hello.
Yeah, it started recording. Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Evan.
And we are going to review Dracula.
The original 1931.
Yes. My phone is slow and evil.
Yes, it is.
The phone says fuck you. Holy crap, it was released on Valentine's Day. So yeah, great day for romance. Go see Dracula. Hey, it's better than what we're getting for next Valentine's Day.
What?
50 Shades Shittier 3. Yeah, day of romance. Go see a young woman get pretty much raped by her new husband. Yes, and according to what I read in the book, he's not very happy at the idea of her being pregnant.
Well,
So far, no, here's the thing. So to the point that he demands she's abortion.
Hey, whose fault is that?
Exactly. But yeah, that's a whole different.
How could abortion if you get a vasectomy?
Nice. But yeah, that's a whole other topic we're not going to get into. But yeah, anyway, Dracula, 1931, American pre-code vampire horror film, directed by Todd Browning, I think.
Todd.
Whatever. Normally Todd is 2 D's, so bite me. And starring Bela Lugosi as Count Dracula, who would eventually be played by Gary Oldman, the Luke Evans, and a bunch of other people.
Christopher Lee.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Farewell, Christopher Lee.
It's kind of funny. So you have a Dracula movie with Christopher Lee as Dracula and
Peter Cushing as Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
And they both went on to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Although one of them got represented poorly last year.
Oh, yeah.
Rogue One. Tarkin. Done badly. Completely pointless winning in the movie.
Yeah, if they needed him in that, they could have just used the actor from episode 3.
Or, dude, no, here. They could have done it via hologram. Because then you would have that thing to block out the CG face. Because then you can just blame it on the fucking hologram. No, seriously, if they would have had Tarkin via hologram, you could just use the hologram as an excuse for the bad image. I'm being serious, dude. But yeah, the film was produced by Universal and is based on the 1924 stage play Dracula by Hamilton Dean, I think, and John Boulderston, and which in turn is loosely based on the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker. Or Bram Stoker, whatever.
Bram Stoker?
Yes, that thing. So yeah, movie stars Bela Lugosi, Helen Chandler, David Manners, Dwight Fry, Edward Van Sloan, and was released on Valentine's Day 1931 with a runtime of hour and 25 minutes. This budget was $355,000. So my friend, you first.
I liked it. I mean, it's the very first Dracula film,
Yes.
so there's only so much they could tell in that short period because it's a short film. This movie's not even an hour and 20 minutes.
Actually, it is an hour and 20 minutes. It's 125.
Well, yeah, because they cut out the credits. The version we watched was about an hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, since I don't have my internet right now, we couldn't watch on my Voodoo. God damn
Wi-Fi.
cable people.
Oh, it's the cables people.
Well, they're the ones that cut my service. So blame them.
Why?
Oh, apparently my bill wasn't paid, I guess. I don't know.
Oh. Naughty Sean. You don't pay the government their blood money.
Dude, my stuff's supposed to be set up on autopay. So it's not my fault. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
No.
But yeah, how would you compare this to other Dracula movies you've probably seen?
I'd say I liked it.
Which is probably the only other 2 movies.
I've seen quite a few other ones.
Okay, I've only seen 2 other movies on.
I mean, I liked it for how it was different, because a lot of the ones I saw were more horror based. But it kind of
pretty much what Dracula's been portrayed by nowadays is horror.
But I kind of But I'm gonna say I like this one pretty much for the same one of the big reasons I like the one that was directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It takes away most of the horror elements to make it more of a gothic type movie. And actually, the guy who Bram Stoker actually originally wrote it as supposed to be a gothic type literature, especially a lot of the gothic type literature made during that time period, which the book director was written in a similar way. How it's like a lot of notes or letters paragraphed together to to make like a big story.
Yeah, I heard it was just basically made up of journal entries.
Yeah,
and it's actually written as journal entries, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and even though it's not really journal entries, anyone who's ever read the original Frankenstein book would know what I'm talking about in the way they're written. The gothic literature is a very distinctive way of being written.
David Prowse, physical Darth Vader in the original Star Wars, was actually Frankenstein at one point.
Yes. Well, I think about 3 or 4 movies.
Probably.
The Hammer film.
Yeah, it's funny how Hammer actors go on to do Star Wars.
3, maybe more.
Probably. Yeah, Cushing, Lee, and then Prowse. That's funny.
I actually like, for the most part, watching Hammer films.
I haven't seen any of them, probably. I mean, I've seen one clip with Christopher Lee where he was being killed by the sun. I don't remember which one that was, though. Because I can't remember any of them.
Yeah, I can't remember. It kind of sounds familiar, but I've seen so many Hammer films and so many Christopher Lee
films. But yeah, in comparison to the other 2 Dracula movies I've seen, I thought this was okay.
Yeah, it's a decent film.
And it's my second black and white movie, to be honest. Yes, Logan Noir counts. Sue me.
But yeah, there must be a couple different versions of this movie, because some things I remember seeing a little bit differently from an earlier version I've seen.
Well, dude, they've done Dracula on screen for almost 70 plus years. So, of course, some stuff's going to be the same, some stuff's going to be different.
No, I'm talking about this movie. I've seen this exact same movie before, but some of these were different.
Oh, I was going to say, because
the version I've seen...
They've been doing Dracula on screen for several years.
Yeah, but the version of the original one I've seen had some different musical cues, because when we just started this one in, it was like its own original introduction music, but the version I remember seeing quite often actually had bits of Tchaikovsky's, I think it was Swan Lake, as the opening and ending music.
Well, you do know, dude, that you found this on YouTube, right?
No, it was something called BNW.com.
I was going to say, because if you found it on YouTube, you do know people can change stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I found it on something called BNW.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, you keep speaking, because I don't really know much what to say.
I mean, it's still a good movie. It's good it was nice seeing something a bit more related to the book.
Mm-hmm.
Because I even really think any of the Christopher Lee ones, even the first one, was really based on the book. I mean, it had like characters here and there and inspirations, but I think there's literally only been like about, if you look at all the Dracula movies that's ever made, there's only literally 3 or 4 that's actually made to be the book. There was this one, the one with Gary Oldman, the one with Frank Langella, and then there was this other one I saw.
Frank Langella.
Yeah. But there was like only 4 that's actually supposed to be the translation from book.
I know Untold told its own story, which is the origin of Dracula.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Well, there was the origin of Dracula is Vlad the Impaler, which he basically was playing.
Which I read that. I read that somewhere, that Dracula is based on Vlad the Impaler, which is why Luke Evans' character was named Vlad the Impaler. Because they were mixing the old history, the real history, with the fictional character.
I mean, it's a decent film. You could definitely see in some of the later films how they added more and stuff, and
kind of fleshed out certain elements.
Yeah, but I liked it. It was a good film for what it was.
Yeah. I think of the 3 that I've seen, I don't know where I rank this one. Because I think I like the other 2 movies, and I kind of like this one too, but I don't know where I rank it in the 3.
I'd give this movie a 6.5.
I would probably say same.
I mean, it's above average, but
yeah,
like I said, it's one of the.
It's a really old movie.
It's definitely not the first vampire movie ever made, but it's probably most likely the first Dracula film.
And then also you have Blade that tries to do its own version of Dracula. Very poorly, I may add.
The way, pretty much the few problems I had with this movie was, I mean, whoever did the editing for it wasn't not one of the best. I mean, granted, it's an older film. They really probably had to budget and probably were forced to have a certain runtime, but just some of the editing seemed weird.
Yeah.
And the ending was kind of against what vampires are. So they kill Dracula, and Mina gets her mortality back. But we clearly see Dracula bite her 3 times. Once you're bitten 3 times by a vampire, you're a full-fledged vampire. Not even killing the original vampire would do anything. Now, if they killed him after only 2 bites, then they could have used some kind of holy rite to actually get the mortality and everything else back. But since she bit her 3 times, she would be a full-fledged vampire, and she would be working on her own. So she would still be technically a full-fledged vampire. Since Dracula is dead, he can't do his mental commanding, saying stuff like, you can go after this person next, go after this person next, like it's a government official. But since she was bitten 3 times, she would still be technically a full-fledged vampire, just working on her own. But
I see.
But so that's the big thing I didn't like about this. The ending was just not
anticlimactic, basically.
It was an anticlimactic ending. It ended really fast, but just having that green mortality back, it's like it's not really what's labeled in vampire folklore. But
well, you gotta figure, dude, everything is done differently. Because when you have a particular mythology, yes, you try to stick to some mythology, but yet you have you're allowed to have the freedom to do something different. Because if you kept making the same thing over and over, it would make you wonder what's the point.
Yeah. But still, apart from those few problems, it was a decent film. Some of the actor who played Dracula did a good job. Bela Lugosi and Dwight Frye, who played Renfield. The person who played Renfield did a fantastic job in this movie. He was creepy. Heck, he was creepier than Dracula was.
That's pretty sad.
And just that whole monologue about worshiping him.
He
told me he would give me all of this. He told me all I had to do was obey him and I would have it all. Heck, Renfield was creepier in this than he was in the Francis Ford Coppola one, I would definitely say. Heck, I like this Renfield better than that one.
Yeah, and even this Renfield kind of has a purpose.
Yeah.
The other one was just there, it said something to Mina and left. Yeah. So, anything else?
Did you want to mention some of the funny jokes? Or not?
Go ahead.
I mean, there really wasn't much to joke, because for the most part it was actually a serious film. I mean, it's a vampire movie. We just had to make some bad vampire puns. And there was a scene when Mina, who actually became a vampire, she was trying to seduce Jonathan Harker, and then just in one shot, it almost looked like she was about to give him a blowjob, and I was like, okay, let's get this straight. I want the blood, not the semen.
Wow. Okay, any other jokes?
No, nothing. I mean, we just pretty much did some funny monologue, me and you, but nothing that was really a joke.
Oh. So is that about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our review of Dracula. Yes, and hopefully once my Wi-Fi gets reinstalled, I should be able to do more videos, and I would do a video for Jigsaw, but he's not seen it yet. But just a rough, short version. Jigsaw was okay. It's nothing I haven't seen before in the Saw franchise. It's just pretty much if you've seen the first 7 movies, you've seen Jigsaw already. There's not really much different. I mean, I would mention some things, but again, he's not seen the movie yet. But
yeah, but from what he's already seen,
it's an okay movie. It's not one I'd probably see again, but it's at least an okay movie.
Although from what he told me about it, really doesn't seem like it's even worth it for me to watch, because I've seen just about all the other ones. So it's like, okay, after I watch them, it's pretty much just gonna be seeing the same 7 movies all over again.
Pretty much.
So I was like, I probably won't even watch it. I mean, if I see it on TV or get it free at the movie rental library,
and also,
I might check it out. But
without spoilers, they try to set up a mystery in Jigsaw, but any fucking idiot who's seen the last 7 movies knows the twist of the mystery. There's no shock value for the mystery they try to set up.
And no matter what they tell you, Johnny's dead.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, any idiot can figure out the mystery they're trying to set up. But yeah, and by the way, thanks, spoilers. But yeah, short version, Jigsaw was okay. Dracula was better, I'll admit. And I'm not even that huge of a Dracula fan. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Catch you guys later.